Hi Linda, can you hear us?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patricia, she is from Catskill and she wrote me an email and asked for tips on getting tree programs going in Catskill. And so and she wanted to come to one of our meetings. So hello, Patricia, thank you for coming.
Hello, thank you.
We'll have like another minute or two, we'll see how else. Go ahead.
Can you reprove enough?
I just got it back.
Okay. Thank you for making that.
Yeah. There's something about you, but it is not a balance sheet.
Okay, good. I'll,
Yeah. Yeah,
because I was gonna say there's
yeah, that's.
plenty of ugly signs there too.
All right, I think she's Marie.
He's not gonna join today.
Okay.
That's exactly.
I think that's one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, apologies if you get dropped down, the AC is very, there's a lot of condensation today.
Very condensed.
Yeah.
The moisture.
Yeah.
We'll make this a condensed meeting.
Deal.
Right. All right, let's go. Here we go. I think this is all we're gonna get. Vanessa is unable to attend. And Marie is ex-man there, and we 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
Jason.
4. We're 4 out of
So, you're fine.
4 out of 7, right? It's not the 4 out of 9, it's 4 out of the actual number of members, is that correct? Correct. Great, okay, fine, so we're good. Not that we have any decision here. All right, welcome everyone, okay, call to order, anyone, motion, bring the meeting to order? Second, great, meeting call to order 6:03. Here we go. I know we had talked about new members. I sent an email to Tracy to ask about. Heather? Right? As of last week, she had not signed the paper.
She decided not to at all.
Okay.
She'd rather come in when there's something she might be able to help with, like trees and stuff.
Great. She's sitting very nice.
Yeah.
We have her email. We have her email. Yes.
We do have your email. Yeah, I don't.
Right. Okay. Great. So having said that, I actually bring luck.
I did speak with somebody yesterday who was interested, and I said that he should send a letter of interest to you and to Tom. And I can't remember why, I don't know why I'm spacing on his last name. His name is Joe. His partner is David, or he's.
Oh, sure. Yes.
And Joe, yeah, he and David wrote the first grant in '06 that got street trees over on a Lower Union.
Great.
And Joe is interested in potentially becoming a member. And
First Tuesday of the month. 6 o'clock.
yeah, so I just thought I'd let that be known that he's interested.
Great. Okay, good. That's good. All right, so let's move forward then. So that's where we stand. I mean, I think that we need to look for more members because who knows what's going forward, Arbor Day. You're on, Arbor.
Well, I hope everybody got the email that I sent around and the spreadsheet of the locations that we're talking about. I did talk with Ronnie today. He had some questions about that I have to clear up with code enforcement on some of the locations, citing that he thought that there was a change in the rules of how far a tree has to be away from the curb. And so I need to clarify that, and then Ronnie from DPW will do the tour with me and we'll mark out the different locations. One of the people that had requested a tree realized that she was unable to make sure the tree was safe because it was going to be on the south side of Harry Howard, right on the curve where there is no curb. And a lot of people park along there, and I said, you know, if we're gonna plant this tree, I showed her the example of how I built a cage around mine at my house, you know, to warn snowplows and fruit so that people wouldn't park there, and she said that she thinks that it's just too risky on her section of Harry Howard and has backed off. And so, but there is a tree that was planted in spring, by the, via the grant that, Brit had received. And, it died. It's a Talbot Narding. And so
Oh, that's right.
that we could replace that tree at Talbot Narding instead of doing the tree on Harry Howard. So that's a possibility. So that's where it is now. I've gotten 2 bids in, and I think that we're gonna, one looks so far, I don't wanna name any names or do anything. One looks like it's gonna be really workable. And but there's still a couple more days, and we don't want to make any rash decisions before the deadline.
So what items need to be done? Will this be before next month's meeting?
Yes, it will be.
It will be
So,
completed. Arbor Day will be completed?
no, Arbor Day will be completed before the next meeting, but deciding on who the contractor is, setting dates, and getting very specific about, okay, then these 2 trees for this, you know, getting more specific and laying out the work plan. It should be at the end of October.
And we should actually be setting a resolution to the council this month for the contract.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, there is
Okay.
one more step. That's,
So who does that?
I'll write a resolution as long as you can tell me who it's going to.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll want to confer with a couple people on the CAC about making that decision about a contractor.
Do we have any information about why the tree didn't make it and have it there?
No, but Kate, or I can't remember, Ms. Petermona said that it seemed like it wasn't well from the get-go.
Yeah.
So it could be, you know, that when you take a tree out of off a truck, or if you carry a tree around by the trunk and it's got the root ball underneath, or if anything can happen, if something separates the root ball from the tree, or, you know, jostles it too much,
Yeah.
it's ends up being sorry for the stillbirth. You know, you plant it.
It's in the same, with a bunch of other trees, so it's getting the same exact care that
Yeah.
it would, they're all being watered, so yeah, it's just a bad tree.
Yeah, it just,
So, you know, I mean, we have to realize that too, not every tree is gonna be together, but it's getting, that would be my assumption, because it's not that it's, you know, I haven't did anything to it.
Right.
Fair enough. Okay, so, all right, so the decision on the contractor, I think maybe with a group or now. Do you want me?
well, I would like to have a couple of people to run it by and see if my thinking is right in evaluating the different proposals that come in. So, yeah, I'm looking at you and Joshua right now.
All right, so, so we have,
Okay.
we had a few action items, so Jeff, Jeff Lichtenstein, I will follow up with him,
Thank you.
okay? We need a pledge from 320 unions, and we're waiting on that to be signed from them.
Yeah, we'll be able to
Give
extract
them
that.
a nudge.
Yeah,
They seem willing to do it.
okay,
I'll see them credit.
good, thank you, I'm gonna put your Josh, your next to that. I said you with Ronnie that you're gonna do that, Hillary, and then waiting on contracts, and you'll do that, and then Michael will write the resolution with you, that will run the county council this month, September, so
September.
that we're good to go for October, right?
Yeah.
Good, anything else, any other action items that have to be done between now and?
No, I don't think so.
And then by next meeting, we should have a date based upon the contractor's availability on when the trees will be planted.
Right.
Okay, great. And then I will issue, I'm gonna put out the press release then with when we have a date, so that we can do, I'll do both at once. And so I'll include pictures from Brett, I have a quote from Susan Simon, I got a quote from Brett, a quote from Chris Jones. And I think the total number of trees that will be planted will be what?
9 at this point.
9 from this, and then
Oh.
Britt's was 24.
I would have to check.
Well, I'll double check with her,
Grid.
but we're talking about over 30 trees.
Right, and the 60+ trees from the DEC grant, we pushed to spring 24. So
Right. That, would you say 60 trees?
it's about 60 trees along the path.
Can I add that into the press release? Can I add that into the press release?
Sure.
I have a release from when we got that grant that has wording, that has, like verbiage and quotes about that, so I can send that to you.
Oh, send that
As reference.
Oh, that would be great, and I'll incorporate it.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Great.
And I can also help publish that release.
Great. Yes, that'd be great. By the way, where do they go to, can I ask?
Mhm.
Can I ask where you send them to?
I have a list, I have a
There's a
list
list.
that I could send to you, yeah.
I was wondering. All right, great. Next, tree ordinance. Once again, Howard.
I need to write to Margaret and see if it's on tomorrow night's agenda for the legal
It is.
committee.
Oh, there we go, answer.
Yes,
Oh, it is.
Margaret added that in the TTA.
Okay, good.
Great, great. I will be attending that meeting and there for any questions.
What time is that meeting? Is it available
6.
online?
6 as well, yeah,
And it's available
here, hybrid, yeah.
Okay,
Much better in person.
yeah, I'm sure. Much more excited. It's like a Broadway play.
Nathan's supposed to join that meeting as well to answer any questions at CCA, but in the case that he is unable, are you willing to?
I
Talk
would
a
be,
good
but
game
I
at
am not
CCA.
as up to be called.
I'll check.
I really
I think
hope
he
he
said
does
he was-
that.
I think he said he was-
I hope he does that. Teamwork.
Maria and I are not available Monday, for sure.
I have a feeling the tree ordinance is going to be well discussed.
I
That's
don't
brilliant.
feel one meeting or.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling this is going to be, although let me tell you, people are annoyed, and people have been asking me when is this ordinance going through. There's a, yes.
I take it back, she just put down the CTA thing, not the tree ordinance.
Okay, well, I will write her an email and just make sure that she knows I want to be available anytime. Or if she even wants to just discuss it in advance.
Yeah, well, they have the agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a bunch of trees just cut down on Fourth and Columbia recently. Yes, by Helsinki.
Oh.
Hmm.
That was within that little section between the two houses, it was all just trees?
It's on the corner.
Oh.
And there was something different,
Right,
quite a gap.
yeah. So, and they were kind of substantial trees. Yeah, so the tree ordinance, people have emailed me and texted me, whatever, so yeah, we gotta get that from, double check. Okay, so that's tree ordinance, so community tree aggregation is next on the agenda, that is on the legal committee. So, is there anything else we need to
We have
discuss?
the draft, local law sent around and has now been sent to Margaret for review. I don't think anyone had any comments, but if you.
No, we're fine.
Okay. So we'll see if she has questions of the legal committee, and go from there.
Good. I also have a feeling that will be a well discussed
Yes.
issue.
Yeah, I can attend if necessary.
Next. Tree grants, we had, some, I would like to discuss the DEC round 16 tree grant application.
You know, the official statement, sadly, we were not able to, our grant writers were not able to get the application in on time.
However, they're gonna.
They will provide us with a free application basically the next time that,
It was a very, by the way, it was a very valiant effort and.
Yeah.
kudos to-
we had a 2-week
Yeah,
period to get the whole thing together and just didn't work out.
yeah, you were on email, you were on it, for the record, Michael Hoffman and Hillary and the grant writers did an amazing job. Pushing this grant through. Unfortunately, it did not get submitted on time, which is very unfortunate. However, it's not lost work.
Yeah,
It can still be resubmitted.
this is a very frequently available program and we'll submit next time, so.
And, you know, considering that this is a grant mostly for removing trees that need removal. I think 1 year we could probably just maybe.
We'll see what
We'll
falls. in the
see, I've seen
meantime.
it,
We'll try
stuff will
again.
fall too.
We'll try all, maybe for the fall, right? And for those in the audience out there in TV land, right, it is much more expensive to remove a tree than to plant a tree.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
So it's thousands of dollars to remove a tree, depending on the size. So this is a grant that would be very, and some trees need to be removed for whatever reason. So anyway,
Like that.
Yeah.
like that, like
Yes.
fall on someone's house.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
averting.
storm, yeah. So, right, and it's quite a process to remove a big tree. So anyway. Okay, so that's, I think, where we're at with that. I have some follow-up issues. Is Vicky in the audience tonight?
No. But Nathan.
Oh, Nathan, welcome. Thank you for joining. Vicky had approached me about the city code and the front lawns and that, so I know she was working on that, I don't know where she was with that. Anyone hear anything? Okay, fine. Heat pumps has no idea where the heat pumps. Polly, I don't know if anyone went to the Columbia County Fair recently, but they haven't told me about pollinators. I would love, if we ever had the extra money to, what I'm thinking is making seeds available, pollinator garden seeds available to city residents, so they get started on. First, we have to change the code, #1, so that it will allow for people to have pollinator gardens in their front yard, as opposed to you have mandatory ones to live with right now. But,
Lawns aren't mandatory.
no, they're not.
No.
Yeah.
And you can, and it's very ambiguous, you can sort of have pollinator garden if you do it right.
Yeah.
Right.
Defined as what?
Well,
It can't overhang by so much.
right, and you know, it means certain sections of lawn outlined as pollinator, and not just like a random mess,
Oh, some keep it neat.
sort of.
Yeah, well, right, I mean, the thing is that to see what the code actually says, and to amend the code so that people who wanna have pollinator gardens in their front yard can do so.
There are some seeds available through the library of local kiosk at the Hudson Area Library.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good to know.
One particular
And
example,
check
on
them
my
out.
block, you know, John Brigham and Susan Ball,
No,
Oh, yeah, yes,
they have done a sort of pollinator thing with that part, whatever in terms, the hellscape, as it's called, you know, the part between the road and your sidewalk.
oh, we usually call them tree lawns, but okay, yeah.
And right next to their front wall, and you go by there, it's really beautiful.
I do know where you mean, I know exactly.
And
where
that's
you
sort of what it should be like, not just like let all the weeds go.
Right, and also there are some places, I'm not gonna name names, but where it's hard to even walk on the sidewalk anymore because it's just all this junk, you know.
Right.
And pollinators might be attracted to it, but it wasn't,
Where is that example?
But you weren't attracted.
Onward,
but you're right.
onward, yeah, sort of halfway towards my house. And on the other side of the street, what's his name, Chris and his partner have done sort of that as well. It's not so much, it's all pretty much the same planting, whereas the other side, it's all different kind of planting, it's really beautiful. It did have a problem for a while they were away, it started covering the sidewalk, but. Like horses.
All right, so, goodness, I don't, we can go through everything else. Anyone else have any other updates on any other issues that we have to raise on this small time? And, you know, oh my God, we didn't accept the minutes, Rich. Backspace, page up. Accepting of the last month's minutes,
So moved.
yes,
I'll second that.
second, done. Thank you, Linda, for all of your work. Sorry to miss that. Minutes from last month accepted. All right, what else want to say?
Can I ask Nathan if he can make the meeting tomorrow, since? I don't know if
I
you
can. So, sorry for the for the trans directions. Yes, I can make that meeting tomorrow in person.
The legal committee.
Yes.
Okay, great. I think that's all I have. All I have is just other updates on things that we've been talking about since day one. But I have nothing. Anyone else have anything else to add?
You're gonna say my solar.
Oh, we can.
Oh, yes, so we are considering an application to the new building decarbonization grant
yes.
program through Partners for Climate Action to support the solarization project of the DPW buildings that Ryan Wallace had been discussing with us. The application was just opened today. I've registered for the webinar on the 19th. And we'll be looking to apply, deadline is November 29th. So we have quite a bit of time. I think we should be able to get an application in.
Fantastic.
That's very good.
That is
That's great.
really.
And you're doing that, do you help with that?
Our grant writers will be, I haven't gotten confirmation from them yet, but I'm fairly certain they'll be able to help.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that'd be great. Thank you. Yes, I saw that email. That's right. This afternoon.
That
I do.
conversation.
I was gonna mention it, so I'm glad you're already aware.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else have anything else to add?
Who's on top of the climate vulnerability assessment, the last item on the main?
That's a good question. We did have a meeting a few weeks back with some city official folks and a few of us, and they asked a series of questions. I haven't seen follow-up, except that there's a county-wide meeting happening soon, but I haven't heard follow-up specific to Hudson. Has anyone?
Yeah.
I
Unless I
I
missed
either.
something.
Then there was an online questionnaire
Right.
that was going around. I filled it out and I was planning to go to the county-wide meeting.
Wasn't sure I was able to make that, so but you're able if you are.
Is there anything on the countywide climate smart that we should be aware of?
Well, a lot. There's a whole lot going on in terms of the heat pump program. They're going great guns on that. They're gonna bring in, I forget what the number is, but it's thousands of dollars worth of money from the state because they met their numbers on that. I'll send you the minutes from the last meeting. That'd be better than my memory,
Yes,
Thank you.
yeah, that would be great.
but it's doing a lot of things.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's all about municipal hardscapes, and Marie was working on that, I have no update on that, also, where else? Nathan, government audit. City street lights, anyone?
City streetlights is still pending approval from the New York State Public Works Commission.
All right. Great,
Takes a long time.
anyone else, anything else,
Or anything from the audience?
anything from the audience? Guess not, all right, folks, meeting to adjourn, anyone?
Oh, I'll. Make a motion.
Meeting to adjourn. Thank you all very much for your, meeting should be status update, so this is great, thank you, everyone, this is perfect, this is where we're at, it's a status update, everyone, work is happening throughout the course of the weeks and months, which is great, and we can just meet here once a month to make sure everyone's on the same page. Thank you all very much for all your work.
Hey. Rich,
Yes,
I'm sorry, I'm driving, so I've missed a bit there. Do you have specific things you want me to bring up with the legal committee tomorrow?
do I have what, I'm sorry,
Specific things to bring up to the legal committee.
well, the two issues are the tree ordinance and the CCA.
Good, it sounds like it's.
Yeah, I can talk about both of those. I'm happy to talk about both of those. I just wanted to make sure that there was no specific things you wanted me to say, but if it's just to talk generally, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Hillary, I think is planning on being there tomorrow at the legal committee to talk about tree ordinance. And,
I think basically it's their
It's
meeting,
their-
I mean,
yeah,
it's just there to answer
yes.
questions if we,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
give the answers.
Awesome. I'm happy to do that.
And Nathan, I assume you saw the email that Marie had sent to Margaret about the CCA, just to.
Yep.
Okay,
I have.
I just wanna make sure that that's as much as I've seen back and forth with Margaret, so she might have some questions.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions, comments? Concerns?
Great,
I
request.
think there was a motion. Second? Second. Thank you very much, bada bing, bada boom, we're done.
Thank you.